Okay, so what we're going to look at is the J hook or J lock for climbing a rope. Now, a lot of people will just try and muscle the way up, which is fine if you've got the upper body strength. But like I've mentioned many times before, what we're aiming for is like the efficiency. And the more efficient we are, actually, the more energy we're going to conserve as well. So this is my preferred foot lock method. So this will just help, and I'll show you actually on the rope as well. So we're not taxing the grip any more than we need to be, and we're actually using our lower body, our limbs, to push ourselves up by standing on the rope. Now, I'll show you from different angles, but from the front, what we're looking at is putting the rope in between the legs, okay, but not actually in between, grabbing them. That's like a really poor and inefficient way to climb the rope. But what we're going to do is we're going to put one foot on the opposite side, and then once we've done that, then we're going to bring the other foot to the opposite side. So we've kind of got like this X shape with our legs. Now, with the foot that went through first to the opposite side, it's going to be resting on the laces or in the ankle, and then with the other foot we're going to scoop it down and round, and what we're going to do is bring that over the top so we're standing on it. Right, so now I've got this foot lock position. Okay, it's actually tied in nicely. So this is really what we're aiming for. Now, if we look at that from another angle, from behind, the right foot in my case is going across, and then I'm coming down and round and onto the top, and that's the foot lock position. And then we're just going to repeat that. Come up, go around, stand on top, and that's the position that we're going to have. We'll now look at it over here. Look at it from behind just so you can see how it works. But I'm going to reach up as high as possible. Then my foot is going to go across. Okay. And then the other foot is going to sweep underneath. And then it's going to stand on top. And I will end up in this position here where my legs are bent. Okay. But then what this allows me to do is stand. Okay. And I've got this nice firm position where I can actually stand on the rope. And then it's just a case of repeating that again. Now, key points here is we want to always reach as high as possible. A lot of people are limiting themselves by having the arm position here. Whereas if I get as high as possible, then I've got this good firm grip. Then I can pull myself up, and I've got my feet in this position here where my right foot is still on the opposite side, rope's on the outside. Then I'm sweeping the left foot around, and I'm in this bent position again. But I could really just let go. I've got such a firm lock. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand, climb the rope with my hands. So I'm using that full length of my body again, and then repeating. So we are hitting the core a lot. But then I've hit the bell. So I'll come back down. What we're aiming to do is get up the rope within 2 to 3. Okay, through efficiency. So 2 things we can do here. We can stand at the bottom of the rope and reach as high as possible, or we can jump up into it to grab a little bit more. But the most important thing is going to be breaking it down into the positions of reach high, tuck yourself up, foot lock, that's in firm, stand, climb, pull yourself up, stand, climb, and then if I jumped, I would be able to hit that in 2, but it's just out of reach. Okay, versus what a lot of people do is just kind of come onto it and try and grip their thighs and muscle it through. You can see if you get that foot lock in, it only takes you a few attempts to actually get